Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Scrappy MMA in Perth, Western Australia, with the Eternal MMA middleweight champion, Martin Fraser. Welcome.
Yeah, well, cheers, well, thank you. Welcome.
Now, mate, your home base, Sunshine Coast, Ignite Dunstan Death Squad in Queensland. We saw last week, or 2 weeks ago, you were in New South Wales training with Whittaker. You're now over in Western Australia training at Scrappy MMA. Why are you on a world tour of training?
I don't know. I think it's a good opportunity to take, the opportunity to present yourself, and it's just a great experience training with them boys and just learning different stuff from different people as well. I think it's just so valuable, and coming over and training with the Scrappy boys as well. A good team of boys, just learning different shit. It's great, man. And I think you could have the best gym in the world. You could have the best coaches, best gym, best training partners, where you could learn something different in another gym. So why not?
Did you, just email them, or how did you set it all up, man? Especially the Smeaton Grange and Rob Whittaker. How did that one come about?
So that was a little bit random. Alex Pratt, he messaged Kyle and asked if I was available to come down for a week to spar with Rob.
So they saw you out.
That's literally how it happened. He messaged Kyle, asked if I was available to come down, so I did. That's pretty much that. And with the Scrappy boys, I've trained here for a month before, so I've been back and forth speaking with Ben, and I've got a good relationship with Ben anyway. So it's one of those teams I feel like I'm part of the team anyway. So it's not like a big change for me,
What's probably one of the most important lessons you learned from mixing it up with a guy like Rob Whittaker?
What's the most important lessons? The guy's fucking fast. He's just fucking, I don't know, just the wrestling down with them boys is real good, and just to feel that world champion kind of level.
Is it do you get in there and go, oh shit, I'm not where I want to be yet, or do you go, man, I'm one of the best in the world?
Oh look, it's I obviously got work to do. I think it doesn't feel unattainable, but Rob's obviously a few levels above me. But it's good to mix it up with him where it doesn't feel that far out of reach, But I definitely got some work to do as well.
And with Scrappy MMA, I mean, you basically come from a super camp yourself. Gave them Team of the Year, Dunstan Death Squad. Now you're at Scrappy MMA. I mean, they've got multiple champions. I mean, Jack Della, of course, a ranked UFC fighter. How does it feel to sort of mix it up with them, and what's the sort of differences you've noticed between your two camps?
Just differences in structure. There's loads, Jack's fucking awesome, but I think the whole team of the boys there, it's just you learn a little bit off everyone, and it might take 1 little % something that someone does, and try and adapt that to my game. Not that I'm going to go out there and try and imitate Jack or anything, but it's just good to learn little bits off him, and the same with everyone, just all solid boys, yeah.
Do you feel like you come into gyms with almost a target on your back at all?
Not at all, nah. It's honestly training with these boys, I feel like I've trained with them for fucking years. Just that kind of what's the word, gym culture there, where it's not some gyms you can go in and they're trying to knock your head off from the word go, but it's controlled sparring, everyone's working to get each other better.
Could we see you hop around the States, maybe to Adrenaline in Victoria, train with Matt Myers, or do you still keep that distance between the guys that you eventually are going to fight again?
For sure, I'd 100% train with Matt. After, if we end up fighting again, obviously it'd have to be after that, but for sure, me and Matt have spoke about that in the past, about maybe hooking up and training. I was actually speaking to Ben Johnston before the Brogan fight about going down and training with him. But
probably won't do that now.
Not yet, no. But maybe after we fought, I wouldn't rule it out now.
So, you speak about the Ben Johnston fight, March 16th. Is this something that you want to do almost leading into a training camp, or is this sort of world tour? Because you mentioned off camera that you'll end up going to Bali MMA, catching up with Kyle Noke as well. Is this part of the training camp?
For sure, yeah. I've stayed fresh all the way through Christmas, and I just think doing a 5-week 5-week start to the camp, it's just going to benefit me, like, you know, learn some different shit. Yeah, fuck yeah.
And with your coach, say like Ryan Dunstan, and then you've got a coach like Ben Vickers, who's they're all probably quite protective of their students and their coaching and all that sort of stuff. But is it awkward at any point when you kind of tell your coach, "Hey, I'm going to go learn from these guys," or how does your coach sort of respond?
Oh, he's sound with it. He doesn't. Dunstan's not like protective at all. Like, you know, if for me going down with Whittaker or coming over to spar with Jack, and he's never had any gripes about it at all. He's happy for me to go out and test my skills against these boys.
So there's like, you've never come across that situation where they're like, "Oh, where'd you learn that from? Oh, did you learn that on your trip? No, I don't want you doing that." Is there ever any sort of speed bumps in terms of you might learn a skill over here in WA, maybe you take it back to Queensland and Dunstan's like, no, I don't want you using that? Has that ever happened, or?
Nah, not yet, no.
And in regards to your training camp, just in general, is there anything specific that you're doing to get ready for Ben Johnston? Because he's a very well-accomplished stand-up fighter. I mean, you yourself love to stand as well. Is that what we can expect March 16th?
What, am I going to be standing to fight him? Yeah, I'm just going to try and take a step ladder next. He's a tall cunt,
Is there anything about him that, I mean, do you do your training camp differently? Obviously, you got Ben Johnston in the back of your mind when you do these sorts of training camps, or is it just an overall level up every area of your game?
A bit of both, yeah. A bit of both. Adjust it for who I'm fighting, obviously, and just like constantly getting better as well.
And I mean, I know that we've got the Matt Myers fight in the back of your mind, but in terms of, I think I've asked you this before, but in terms of Ben Johnston or Matt Myers, I mean, who would you prefer to fight right now?
I'm fighting Ben now, so Ben.
And with Ben,
yeah.
Have you followed his career much? I mean, you mentioned that you guys hung out a little bit like earlier, or so you talked about training together. Is there anything that you've noticed about him throughout his career?
I wasn't following his Muay Thai career, but I've seen him fighting through with Eternal and stuff. I think he's a solid opponent. Yeah, he's dangerous in the feet. He's obviously got grappling skills as well. I think it's gonna be a banger. Yeah.
And in terms of March 16th, what can we expect heading into Eternal MMA 83?
You'd probably put your money on a finish.
By you?
Yeah.
All right, mate. Before I do let you go, I just kind of wanted to, anyone that might be watching and outside of fighting, what sort of some of the hiccups that you go through when you're getting ready for a fight camp? You know, like you said, you're spending 5 weeks away from home. Is it the accommodation? Is it setting it up? Is it keeping the finance afloat while you're doing these sorts of training camps? Like, what's been the biggest struggle leading up to this fight?
I've been pretty fortunate with the finances, with the sponsors and stuff jumping on board. But yeah, it's being away from home can be a little bit of a shit kicker. But I've been lucky that my missus come over to Perth for a week to break that up a bit. But there's fucking negatives and positives to it all, isn't it? But I enjoy it all though.
Well, mate, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to your bout March 16th in the Gold Coast. So thank you.
Thanks, man.